Hello once again for another app review. This is the Gooch. This time I'm going to give you another neat little app that I found. It was actually an app that I found for a specific purpose. I was looking for something to track my GPS location for an activity. However, I didn't want to use Runkeeper because it wasn't something that was a fitness-oriented activity. So I scoured the App Store for one that seemed to work decent. I tried several of them and ended up on this one. So enjoy, and hopefully maybe you'll find it useful as well. Okay, so here we are back in my iPhone. This one is for a GPS tracking app, like I said. It's called GPS Tracks, and of course my dog is being a living nightmare. So if we go ahead and click on that, we are opened up here to the main screen, which usually starts up with the map, typically showing your location. There we go. Pops on there, boom. And from here, you can do a lot of things. Obviously, you can track yourself on the map, which is pretty simple, and you can do on Google or in the Google Maps app itself. You wouldn't need to be using this. However, you can get a lot of information from this. So for one, GPS data. From this data, you can obviously see there's a lot of information. Your altitude based on your GPS it's not actually off barometric pressure, so it's typically within probably, well, this one right now says plus 100 or minus 110 feet, so obviously you can tell it's not the most accurate, for specifically in my position where I'm in the basement right now. You can get the latitude, longitude. It'll always tell you your GPS accuracy. Right now we're plus or minus 305 feet, which I'm not ignoring because I'm definitely in a basement. So it'll tell you your heading based on where you're moving. It actually is magnetic for the compass that's built into the iPhone. It'll tell you your speed, and then time, distance, waypoint, and stuff like that for your status as you go. You can change it. Your what do you call it? To decimals, degrees, minutes, seconds. You can change it to UTM. You have a whole lot of different options of what you can do with it. So with that said, obviously the map was another thing I was showing you earlier. You can start tracking within the map. All you do is hit the start button. Once you hit start, it'll start tracking and it'll keep a tracking going. And then after you're done, you can stop. So if you hit start, now it's tracking me, telling me how long I've been tracked, distance, waypoint. You can actually add waypoints along the way. You can see the little green marker is the start pin, and then the end would be a red marker. So obviously it's moving a little bit because I'm not the most accurate right now. So if I hit stop and save, of course rate this application, I still got to do that. That will then put it into my history. So if I go to the history today's here, obviously I didn't go very far, and you can see speed versus time, altitude versus time. Wow, I went a whole 1 foot. So and then it'll give you your information. Your information. For kicks, I'll go to my history and bring up one that I did on a lake on a boat. That's the reason I bought this. It gives you your speed, time. So obviously total time, total distance, average speed, average pace, which doesn't really mean anything on a boat. Your speed, or your current speed when you started or ended, I guess. Or actually, you can change wherever you are in the time here. So you can kind of move that orange marker, and it'll tell you the information for that point. Then you can also do the altitude as well. Obviously, you can tell you can see where it's more accurate and where not, because if we're on a lake, it should be flat. That said, you can also bring up here, to the menu button. You can see a map of it, which it'll overlay onto Google Maps for you. So you can see the blue line. Green is where we started, and then we stopped at the red, basically the same spot. It's pretty self-explanatory. The nice thing is, not only that, you can export it, and you can choose which format to export it. CSV is what I typically use, or GPX, I guess either of those two. GPX is done if you use like Google Earth and stuff like that. So you do have options. You can email it to yourself. Within that, you can also in the map section, you can, like I said, do waypoints. I haven't really played with that too much. But it's just like any GPS device. You can just add waypoints, and you can also save those. Settings. This is where you change your defaults. So if you want measurements in meters rather than feet, so if you want to do the metric system, it's not too hard. You can just change it right here. You can change your compass display from degrees or mils. Coordinate display, obviously, like you can do that actually in the beginning section anyway. Speed, you can either do pace or speed or have it changed automatically depending on what you're doing. And then, of course, a whole bunch of other options as well. The app itself is exactly what it needs to be. There's nothing missing from what I can tell, other than just more features, I guess. But even in that department, it does exactly what you want it to do. It's not an expensive app either. I believe it's either 99 cents or $1. I guess I could probably check that right now and let you know here in the things. But for what it's worth, GPS Tracks is a fantastic app. So there you have it. That is the GPS Tracks app for the iPhone. I'm gonna kill him. I'm just kidding. It is also available for the iPad as well. They are a 99-cent app, either device. So easily worth the 99 cents, specifically if you have a use for it. It's not something that you're going to use daily or anything like that, but if you like or want to use it, something that will track what you do. So if you do any boating, I actually used it in an airplane, not a commercial airplane, but I have a friend's father who has a 2-seat airplane. We were able to track it and find out how far we went, as well as airspeed and everything like that, a little more accurately, I guess. With that said, fantastic app if you're looking for something that does exactly what it does. So please subscribe above, comment below, and let me know if you have any recommendations for future apps to review. So again, thanks for watching. This is the Gooch saying adios.